Hey, what's up? I heard you guys want to learn how to draw rows. Don't worry, fam, I got you. Okay, so the first thing we want to do when we draw rows is, if you have a picture of a rose, that's the main thing. Get you some visual reference, because a rose is kind of a hard flower to draw. But once you kind of look it over, you kind of get the basic feeling for it. You kind of realize it's just a pattern of overlapping petals in a bell shape. So the first thing you really want to do is you want to draw that initial bell. Alright, so to draw the bell, we're going to do a quick oval. Just like so, just real quick like. Doesn't have to be exact or anything like that. In fact, the less exact it is, the better. So now once you got that, then we're going to do kind of the bottom half of the rose, so or the bottom half of the bulb, I should say. So that's another half oval. So it kind of looks like you got a little bean going here, a little half a bean. And this is very, very important because this is going to be the basis for your pattern. It's going to make up your rose. Okay, so a rose basically spirals out. So if you go in the middle of your oval right here, you want to spiral out a line like so to create a petal. And don't worry about if you're crossing over lines or anything like that. What you're going to learn for me is a technique called drawing through. And basically what that is that you basically just kind of if you have one line, you're not afraid to draw over that line or to X a line out or to eliminate a line. What you want to do is you always want to have a good idea of where everything is at. So sometimes you want to see that backlit, where how things fall behind something or how something is going to look in front of something. So you always want to be able to draw through. So when you draw through, you notice that this petal now is going to obscure that line. So you can, even if you want to, you can get rid of it. It's no big deal. But again, the main thing here is that we want to just kind of build out with our rose. So we want to build out. So you got a petal. Going to build out like so. And then what you want to do is you want to come in with a second line that's kind of inside your first and bring that in like so. Now it's very important because now you're going to draw another line, and that's going to spiral around or spin around like so and attach near the back right here. So you have this right here, and we're going to erase this line right there like so. And I know it kind of looks weird at first, but you're going to understand it's just really kind of this crazy. It's really just understanding that the rose is just this really wacky looking pattern, and everything is basically it's just a spiral. It's really a bunch of flower petals in a spiral. Like it's almost like a wrapped up newspaper, a very tight wrapped up newspaper. So you know how you wrap paper up and it all spins around into the cylinder, crazy looking cylinder. Rose is the same way, but it just kind of spins out a little bit. Alright, so now that you've got that, now we're going to do another line, a second petal line, and that's going to come around right about so. And we're going to do we're going to be a little bit fancier with that line. Now with this line right now, with this right here, we're going to draw an inside line like so, so that everybody knows that it's separate. And see where I drew through. So I don't need that line showing any longer, nor do I need this line showing any longer. So I'm going to let that one go. So now you got that line, that right there. And now that I have the petal drawn right here, I don't need that line. Whoops. Don't want that showing. Alright, so the next thing is that we're going to bring down the second line right here. Just about right there. We're going to stop it right there. Alright, now we're going to draw another petal, and it's just the same thing. We're going to kind of draw out, and then we're going to draw it kind of in, like so. We're going to stop it right there. Now we're going to draw another petal line coming this way. And we're going to have that kind of wrap stop right here. Now we're going to draw a lip line of the petal, first petal that we were drawing, like so. And we're going to stop it where the second petal line met, and then we're going to finish off this other petal line, so you kind of know where everything is at. And now we're just going to repeat the pattern all the way around. And if you notice, I may start something new, or I may start or I may go back and tighten up a line or anything like that. That's what you do when you do art. When you're drawing, you know, you go back, you kind of fidget and you fuss and you fight with something until it looks exactly the way you want it to. Come out here, and as you notice, the petals are also getting larger as I'm going further out. This is done on purpose because that's really how a rose pattern works out. And as you notice, I'm not having to erase as many lines anymore, because now some of these lines are now falling in place with some of my guidelines that I've already set up. And that's very important. You want to always be able to get these lines to fall into place where you want them to. And now I'm going to do another petal like so, but this one I'm going to take a little bit further and do like so. And also, if you notice, these petal lines, these petals that I'm drawing, they kind of all keep with the same curve, and they may have a little tail or something like that. That's to kind of give it a little extra form, a little thickness, so it's not just a line pattern. Now we're going to do one more petal over here, and if you notice, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little swoop right here, and then we want to do bit of a line right there. It'll come out a little bit. Petal right here. Give it a little tip, just a little tip. Now I can eliminate just a few more lines. They no longer have to be present. There to kind of give a little form and shape to this bulb right here. And you kind of can continue the pattern as long as you want, but only thing you're doing when you're doing all of that is that you're just building out your rose and making sure that it fits, fits with how you want it to look. And of course, if you're using your visual reference, you're always going to kind of have you're going to always kind of know where to go or how to make it look. But I'll always say, don't be a slave to your visual reference. Now, kind of put some imagination into it, because no two flowers ever look alike. Now, the other thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to put in the stem line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to block out the stem line, and what I'm doing right now is creating a guideline. And with that guideline, it just kind of lets me know where the stem is going to fall from the bud, and I can even draw through to the bud and make sure that everything lines up exactly the way I want it to. And then on the outside, I want to thicken it up. As much as I need to. And then of course I can just eliminate that line. Now the other thing about a rose is that once you've got a rose kind of built out the way you want it to be, then you're going to draw in the leaves. So you're going to come with another guideline, but this one is pretty much going to stay, because this is the guideline for the leaves that are attached to the stem. And once you've got your guideline where you want for the leaves, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a line up and out. You're going to bring in, just like so. Same thing. Up and out. So you round that off, and then you draw a line to finish up your stem. Draw a line to thicken up. Now on the second side, once again, draw a guideline real quick, and then your petal, your leaf petal, will go up and out, and we'll meet right there at the connector point, right here at this line. And basically at this point, all you have to do is just kind of go over, darken up as you want to. Now the other cool thing about a leaf is that, you know, leaves kind of have those veins in it. What you want to do is you want to start here, you want to pull down real quick. Let's try again. Start right here, pull down, and you want to do it kind of in off areas, so it's not all looking the same or so uniform. So you want to stagger things out a little bit. But once you want to just do that line and pull down, and basically there you go. Practice this and you will be drawing a rose in no time flat. And again, keep your eyes on just the pattern, the spiral pattern, and watch how it let it spiral out. And as you watch it spiral out, you'll see a rose develop right before your eyes, and you won't even be able to believe it. Alright guys, so there you have it, how to draw a rose. If you guys like the video, please like it, share it. Definitely also feel free to hit me up at DKG72 on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'm also on Snapchat, so you can hit me up on Snapchat as well, DKG72. Alright guys, thanks fam. How to draw a rose, it's your boy